Why? Because it is a price maker or taker for perfect competition. What do you think? Is it going to be a price maker or price taker? Do you know what it means? Price maker and price taker? Price taker. Which means you have no control over the price, right? For a perfect competition. Sometimes we call perfect competition as competitive market as well. So these three, when the demand curve is downward sloping, they are all price maker. Can you give me an example, at least one example of monopoly that you have encountered? City?
Water.
City Rail, yes. Indeed. Water, yes. Okay.
Telstra used to be.
Telstra used to be, yes. Oligopoly.
Coles and Woolly.
Coles and Woolly, yes indeed. And your assignment as well, whereby the airline industry, you have Qantas, Jetstar, Virgin Blue, yeah? They are the oligopoly firm. Okay? Monopolistic competition. We have a lot of small firms, but they are selling slightly different product to differentiate themselves. Yeah. So monopolistic competition can be things like your convenience store. Each convenience store sells similar product but slightly different. Yeah? Okay? And perfect competition is the other extreme case, but in reality we really don't have a perfect competition firm, right? But it is an extreme example as well. So that's why we have these two extreme events each side of it. Okay? Any questions so far on market characteristics? Any questions you want to ask? You're okay so far? Yeah? Okay. These are the characteristics. Now come the harder part. Is the diagram. Okay. Now we're going to start off with monopoly, but I'm going to introduce a new diagram, new terminology to you as well. Remember the cost functions last week? We have done cost, yeah? So I'm just going to start off by drawing the average total cost. You know, remember? Average total cost. We also have average variable cost. So these are the standard cost function from last week, okay? And we have a marginal cost, the cost function, okay? And then now I'm going to add in new lines. One will be the demand line. Okay? And I am going to add in a marginal revenue line. Marginal revenue is the change in total revenue over change in quantity. A profit maximization condition if you want to know when the firm can maximize the profit, the condition will be MR equals MC, must, always, okay? You have a look, marginal revenue equals marginal cost, and we have to look at where do they intersect. marginal revenue, marginal cost intersects at this point. Okay? And then we draw a line straight through. From there, we can determine the price and the cost as well. So look, when this vertical line touches the demand line, we will get the price. That's one. Okay? And when this vertical line touches the average total cost, we get the ATC, total cost. So, if you sell something, for example, if you sell your pen for $10, okay, and the cost is only $8, your average total cost, you are making a profit, isn't it? Yes? And depending on how many quantities you sell, so this whole region will be called price times quantity, your profit. It's called super monopoly, will have what we call super normal profit. Now coming back to, stop me anytime, okay? I'll be going a bit too fast. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. If you have a look at the demand line and the marginal revenue line, what is the meaning of this marginal revenue? Marginal revenue is an extra revenue earned when you sell an extra unit. Okay? That's why it's called marginal revenue. Extra revenue earned when you sell an extra unit. Right. And marginal revenue for a monopoly curve will always be under the demand curve. Right? For this part you don't need to know, but I'm going to show you why. The demand curve is downward sloping, so it's going to be a negative, right? The slope. So we have to prove it. To prove why marginal revenue is below, and also marginal revenue, the slope is two times the slope of demand curve. Twice. Okay, let me prove it to you. You don't need to know this in detail, but I'll just show you why. Okay, why is it twice the slope of the demand curve? Now to start off, I'll get a price equation. Okay, P equals A. Remember A minus B cubed. You know what's A again? What's A in the equation, in the algebraic equation?
0.
A is an intercept. Minus B is the maths. What is minus B stands for? Slope. Yes? It's a slope. Just quickly prove to you, okay? But
We don't need to know this, do we?
no. I'm just showing you why it is underneath, yeah? Okay. Price equals, this is the equation. Total revenue is price times quantity, right? Yeah? Now I'm going to substitute price into here. Total revenue equals A minus B Q over Q. Differentiate. Marginal revenue, you differentiate. Hang on a sec. I just open up this one first. BQ squared.